In 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Nate from DMV Access. I'm with Salim, who is the guitarist of Bad Rabbits, but also has solo DJ work that he's working on right now. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. How's the Boston weather today?
Actually, we just got our first official little bit of snow since I've been home, so I guess
okay.
It's doing what it's supposed to do.
Okay, us too, man. All right, man. Just to start off, man. Just for anyone that doesn't know, you play in a band called Bad Rabbits guitar. Just let us know how that all started.
I essentially I've known our drummer since we were basically kids, and we stayed in contact. And he went to college with Santi, who's our other guitar player, Graham, our bass player, and I just kind of met through some mutual friends. And we just kind of started jamming and playing music together when we were in Mission Hill in our old band when we were in college. And then it kind of just dismantled just for, like, I guess, creative differences, personal reasons, the other 5 members that were in our college, and we just didn't want it full-time, whatever it may be. And then we kind of just rebranded Bad Rabbits about, 6 or 7 years ago. So I guess up into where we are. I think it'll be 7 or 8 years, I want to say. And that's all talking in January.
Dude, how does it feel to, just definitely be out there? Like, you guys are actually out there, you guys have a fan base now. You guys are touring. You guys just did the Warped Tour, right, this summer?
Yeah, we did.
How was that?
The Warped Tour was good. We did it this is our second time doing it. So the first time, we didn't really know what to expect. So we kind of approached it with, I guess, kind of more guerrilla mentality in terms of making people more aware of the brand. Because at that point, we'd only had Stick Up Kids out, and just for the most part, nobody knew who we were. I mean, I guess on a massive scale, people still don't, relative to, pop radio and all that kind of stuff. But this time around, we had another record out. We had done, a couple of national TV appearances and stuff like that. So the awareness of the band this time around was a little bit bigger than it was last time.
Right.
But it was still technically the same result in terms of just the kids coming out.
Right.
It was cool, but it didn't necessarily make or break the band just because we're just a fish out of water on Warped Tour. There's a lot of bands that aren't traditional Warped Tour bands, I guess, for lack of a better term. And even as a whole, the tour itself has been kind of evolving into other things than just, punk and ska, where it originated to. Now they have DJs and EDM and more hip-hop than they have in the past,
Got you. Yeah, tell us about the style, of Bad Rabbits. How did that all come about? Was that the sound you were going for from, the start, or did you guys just discover it as you started writing together? How did it come about?
Originally, we had all, grew up with different styles of music, listening to, R&B, funk, soul. Myself and our singer, duo group, was in the church. And she'll play in the metal band, and then our other 2 guitar players, other 2 members, had other various, influences in music. And then we originally had started out writing kind of just more soul rock songs, these 7 or 8 minute rock songs and stuff that weren't necessarily, I guess, happy or cohesive. Well, they were probably cohesive, they just weren't as, upbeat. And it didn't necessarily reflect what kind of people we were. And then at the time we were like, yo, we're not like these, miserable fucking dark people and stuff. So let's set him, write some stuff that kind of reflects who we are. So that's kind of how She's Bad kind of came to play. It was supposed to be just an interlude, and then we were like, yo, this song is that's something that, that just kind of sparked some type of creativity amongst the band. So we kind of just took it in that direction, and then, here we are, 2 albums later.
Gotcha, man. All right, so growing up, who were your main musical influences? Because, I know you now DJ as well as you playing guitar in the band. So, altogether, who did you really listen to growing up?
For me, it was the Deftones and Glassjaw. It was a lot of R&B and soul, Teddy Riley, Michael Jackson, Prince. It's very, very vast. As I was younger, I was listening to more soul and R&B and stuff, because that's just kind of what my parents and sisters and older brothers had around the house. But as I went to school and started, obviously make friends and whatnot, and then being in the suburbs and just being exposed to different styles of music, it kind of just opened up my horizons to other styles of music like jazz and, obviously hardcore and metal and all that kind of stuff. But the Deftones and Glassjaw were the 2 that I think just
right.
stylistically were probably my biggest influences. Not technically on like guitar playing, but just kind of what was like, damn, I kind of want to be in a band. Just seeing how those bands carry themselves and the mystique that they had, and the way their music just wasn't just accessible to one type of person. It was very, very broad. They were like a guilty pleasure for a lot of people in the metal world and like the R&B hip hop world. You know what I mean?
Okay, got you. I was just wondering, like, how does the songwriting process go? You know, with the band, like, is there one person that writes, you know, like the lyrics, or do you all just contribute to like a bunch of different things, or like who does what in the band, pretty much when it comes to songwriting?
I mean, we all contribute. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. So when it gets into the studio, I think now that everybody living in different cities, it kind of makes it a little more difficult to write how we wrote Stick Up Kids, which was all of us in the same space, kind of just hashing out the ideas and hitting like the demo record button in our like practice space. But the internet obviously still exists, so we can kind of just maintain a different level of efficiency without everybody being physically in the same room. In the instances where we have been in the same room, you know, the writing process that we had before is still kind of just, you know, we could take a day to write a song from start to finish, or a couple hours start to finish. It just really, really depends. And I think now that people are, you know, a little bit further away.
Yeah.
It
so
kind of lends, unfortunately, not being in the same room. But when you're in a band for, you know, 8 or playing music together for 13 years, you kind of know what everybody's strengths and weaknesses are. So it kind of just flows naturally.
Got you. So just like, do you guys just like use Pro Tools and like you just record like sessions and send it to each other, and then you guys add that way, or how exactly does it work?
Yeah, like we'll do sessions, like we send like the ideas and stems back and forth, and then everybody kind of susses out the ideas, and then when we're ready to actually cut the record, that's when everybody will be in the same room. You know, the drummer will come in and lay the drums down, and we'll come in the studio and do the bass. It's not necessarily all of us going to be in the same room at the same time.
Okay, wow. Okay, good. So like everyone in the band are you guys, so you all don't live in Boston? Like you guys live in different states right now?
Yeah, I live in Boston, Nashville City. My brother's in Sharon, the Massachusetts. Our singer lives in Salt Lake. And Santi just moved to LA, and Graham lives in New York.
Oh, okay, got you. All right, man. So like, what can you tell us about, you know, the DJ work? Like, what makes you tell us about the style of your music. What makes you different from all the other DJs? Just tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, I guess up until this point, I always wanted to like just DJ. So yeah, I guess art form of it always intrigued me. Just watching like a scratch documentary like years ago, and I never really had the means to.
Hey, sorry, man. You're breaking up. Sorry, man. Is it like are you moving around or no?
No, I'm standing in one place. Just my apartment reception is really crappy. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes. We'll start the question over. Don't worry. I'll edit it out. Okay. What can you tell us about DJ work?
I mean, for me, I always wanted to DJ. It was just the actual like musical aspect of it. Like if the needle moves and you pick it up or you stop it, then there's no sound. It's kind of like playing the guitar, and it's kind of directly. There was just like some musicianship behind it to me, so it always intrigued me watching like the scratch DVD and seeing other DJs and concerts and stuff like that. And then about 4 years ago, I was able to come across a pair of turntables and a mixer, and just kind of started just learning how to beat match and whatnot. And then it took me about a year to actually, like, I guess, get confident enough to be like, I'm going to go out and, like, brand myself a DJ, and I use it lightly, just relative to the dudes that have been doing it for like 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
To like, hey, I'm a DJ, I can go out and actually perform a set and have people not hate it, or, knowing how to beat match and playing music for more than 25 minutes at a time. And then over the course of 3 or 4 years, it's kind of just evolved into me wanting to have more of a brand and kind of branch out and actually have an actual DJ sound as opposed to just party rocking, you know what I mean? Because I know there's a lot of DJs that are great at what they do, but they don't necessarily have a lot of original material, or don't have mixes, or they're just club DJs, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think more as of late, after, this might answer a couple other questions at once, but just particularly just being crazily inspired by this dude, Kate Renata from Montreal, absurd producer and DJ, and the style of music that I like to DJ isn't necessarily what's relevant in a club or what people would actually want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff that he's doing is kind of making it more accessible to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. All right, man. So, there are a lot of different DJs out there, but, well, this might be a tough question, but if you could collaborate with any DJ, any artist out there, who do you think would sound best, to collaborate with you on a track?
Like I said, for me, at the point that I'm at, it was DJing. It's mainly just like I've gotten like, it's kind of difficult to explain both because for the most part, like being a DJ and a producer is to me, it's two separate things. It's like A and B.
Right.
And I've spent the past 3 or 4 years getting good enough at the DJ part where it's like now the production and I want to do my own original stuff and having the means and actually the skills to do it and be taken seriously has just now come to actually that time is now. You know what I mean? So I actually don't have at the moment any, I guess, original material that I've done like produced by myself for the most part. It's mainly just edits and remixes and like light stuff to kind of help the DJ mixes that I have done to this point. So I guess that question is kind of, I don't really have an answer for it at the moment just because my brand is so, I guess,
no
like
problem,
at
man.
this point in terms of how much material and content I have out there, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. All right, man. So what should people be expecting from you when it comes to Bad Rabbits and I guess your DJ work in the near future?
Gotcha. Well, Bad Rabbits, we just finished touring, basically been on the road since May, so we just got home and everybody's kind of finally settling down so we could start writing a new record to hopefully have out at some point in the first half of next year. And then for DJing stuff, for me, it's mainly just getting as many mixes out there to show the versatility in terms of, what kind of stuff I like to play, what I can play, and then also just start putting out my own original material.
Okay. Any shows for either projects right now?
It's towards the end of the year, so I have just like a couple local DJ gigs, and I know Bad Rabbits has a few. We have a New Year's Eve show in Boston, and then we have another one, a couple of private shows in New York. But like for us, the rest of the year is light, so we can focus on the record, and people can just kind of start doing, creative music stuff.
All right, man. Well, I guess for anyone who hasn't heard your music, just give us a reason why everyone should check out. I guess for Bad Rabbits and for the DJ work, why should people check out your music?
I mean, so just fun music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess Bad Rabbits, we just like to have fun. People have a good time at the shows and the DJ sets. I guess I tell people I like to think the music I pick is good. It's just kind of reading the room, and I think 60 to 70% of the actual DJing is just picking the good songs that people want to hear and knowing how to vibe and read a room. And, the other 30%, whether you use turntables, Ableton, or an iPod, I'm not a super purist in terms of what people use, but as long as you're picking good songs and people are dancing, that's usually all you can really ask for.
Gotcha. Okay, and all your social media, how can we reach you? For me, it's basically Ask a Black Dude on basically everything. The DJ and Ask a Black Dude is like my Twitter. Ask a Black Dude BR is my Instagram, and DJ ABD is me on Facebook. Ask a Black Dude. All right, man, definitely. I'll put that in the description of the video, too, so everyone, listening could check that out. All right, man. Well, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this, man. It means a lot.
I appreciate it.